So there's so many running shoes on the market now, it's really hard to tell what shoes to wear and what shoes are just a marketing gimmick. Especially for anyone who's new to running, it is a minefield of choosing what to spend your money on and what to avoid. So hopefully this video will help new runners and experienced runners alike in what I currently think are the best running shoes on the market for each of the following categories: easy runs, daily training and sessions or workouts if you're American, and race day, as well as track racing and cross-country racing. Quite a lot of shoes to go through, and this is going to be a quick list of what I like about the shoe and why I think it's the best in each category, and maybe some popular shoes which didn't make my list but you should also check out because a lot of the masses do like them as well. So first up is the easy run category, and an obvious one for this would be the Nike Invincible. That isn't my first choice anymore, although it was for the last 2 years. And for me now, I do most of my easy runs, or all of my easy running, as you can probably tell by the state of it, in the Fresh Foam More V4 from New Balance. It is quite worse for wear, and I actually might need a new pair quite soon because I've just been wearing this for all of my miles. The reason why I believe that's the best easy run shoe is because of the cushion. First of all, a high stacked running shoe helps protect you a lot from impact, which should help reduce impact related injuries, which is crucial for all runners, but also new runners starting. They're more susceptible for injuries, so it'll help a lot more with new runners. Also, the high stack will hopefully soften the blow of the legs hitting the ground, especially on concrete, which should help improve recovery because your legs aren't getting as much of a battering. And honestly, if I could recommend anyone to buy one shoe, normally people would say a daily trainer, but for me, I think the first shoe someone should get is an easy run shoe, which can pick up the pace if they need it to. And for me, that is the Fresh Foam More V4. I've been doing hills in this, I've been doing strides in it, easy runs. You could probably even take it for tempo. It does actually feel quite nice at those faster paces. Not really any complaints about it. But as I said, also the Nike Invincible is a very viable option. And just a quick one, please comment down below your favorite running shoes in each of these categories we mentioned. And also, what is your favorite running shoe at the minute overall? It doesn't have to be in any certain category. Just what do you think the best running shoe is out at the minute? Next is a daily trainer, which is most people's most popular shoe, or the one they do most of their mileage in, and what a lot of people say you should get first. I know I just said you should get the easy run shoe first, which I believe, but a daily trainer is also very useful if you do want a shoe what you can race in and train in and easy running. And at the minute, there's kind of two categories that a daily trainer falls into, which is one what's tuned more to the easier side but can still handle the faster paces, and one that is tuned more to the faster side but can still handle the slower paces. At the minute, I would say the Novablast 3 is my favorite and all-time favorite for a more tuned easy run shoe that you could also take to faster paces like tempo and threshold and do strides. Any fast track work, it gets a bit tricky with the Novablast. On the other side of things, you've got the likes of the Asics Superblast, the Saucony Endorphin Speed, and the new Hoka Mac X, which are a bit more finely tuned for the faster paces, but also feel great at the slower paces. Over time, I think a training shoe, as I mentioned in the introduction, has become this daily trainer what's a little bit more tuned to the faster paces, and the daily trainer is now more what the Novablast is. And the best faster daily trainer I would still say is the Saucony Endorphin Speed or the Asics Superblast. However, that is a bit more pricey. I did mention at the start of the video training shoes as well, which might not fit into the daily trainer category. So if you've got a lot of money and want to splash it all on running shoes, this is the category where you can get a bit more adventurous with the likes of the Nike Streakfly, the Adidas Takumi Sen 9, or the new Hoka Shorter Road Super Shoe. I believe it's the Hoka Cielo Road. All of these are really valuable options for sort of faster paces where you get all the protection of a super shoe, but you don't quite get the same mechanical benefit of a carbon plate, or at least the full stack height and carbon plate combination you do in racing super shoes. So you can train with the benefits of a super shoe in terms of recovery and impact reduction, but you don't get the same mechanical benefits, so it allows you to train a bit more honestly. Also a very rogue shoe that I didn't mention because it's so expensive. It might be the best overall running shoe on the market still. It's out of a lot of people's budget, and it is a big risk to spend this much money on one shoe, is the Adidas Prime X Strung 2. I really enjoy this shoe, but I was sent it, so I didn't have to buy it. But again, if you do have the money to buy a really adventurous or more innovative shoe, then this is a great option for sort of anywhere between easy miles and threshold. Once you start picking up the paces past threshold, it starts to feel a little bit too heavy and big. The weight isn't an issue, but you know, when you start getting the faster cadence, it does feel a tiny bit more noticeable. It is a phenomenal shoe, but again, it is expensive. On to racing, and I think for anyone who's never got a racing shoe before, it's better to play it safe with either the Nike Alphafly, the Nike Vaporfly, or the Adidas Adios Pro 3. They seem to suit the most people, and without knowing anything more about a runner, I would recommend those. However, if you want to get something what actually could be better, but sometimes might not work for everyone depending on running forms and mechanics, I would say the Hoka Rocket X2 is currently my favorite super shoe for a wide variety of reasons. It's kind of like the Vaporfly and the Adidas Adios Pro 3 combined. It's got really good stability. In fact, it's probably the most stable super shoe on the market. It just flows really well. There's a really good rocker. And for me, I would probably wear this for 5K and 10K racing. And then if I went up to the half marathon or the marathon, that's where I might choose to wear the Alphafly or the Vaporfly, just because they're a bit more cushioned than the others. And if you do really want to be really ambitious, you could try the On Cloud Boom Echo 3. It is a bit more aggressive, and it'd probably be more suited to 5K and 10K runners who like a bit more of an aggressive feel in a super shoe, but it is a very good super shoe. Finally, track racing and cross-country racing. For me, track from 1500 or 800 all the way up to the 10K, it is the On 10,000 meter spike. It is the best spike. It feels the fastest and also feels great at those slower paces for the 5 and 10K. Most people watching this video won't have tried spikes, so it's hard to articulate the actual feeling, but it's definitely my favorite option. I've tried all the super spikes. Cross country, I think you need the lightest and comfiest possible. And for me, I would say that is the Nike Dragonfly. It's breathable, and if you're in the US especially, it's great for those shorter grass golf courses type cross-country fields. I live in the UK, it's a lot muddier here, and I still wear the Nike Dragonfly because of its breathability and lightweight, as well as getting that little bit of a pop you get from the wedge in the middle of the shoe and the super foam. Thanks for watching, and like I said, please comment your current favourite shoes in any category that we've mentioned in this video. And why not at the same time, what's the worst running shoe you've tried in recent years as well?